Yeah, he's got an interesting story. So he began his college career at Utah as a running back. Then he took a 2-year LDS mission and transferred to BYU, where they turned him into a linebacker. So in 2014, 2015, he was playing linebacker. In 2016, they moved him to defensive end. That didn't go so well, so they moved him back to linebacker, but then BYU had a need at running back, so he moved back to running back for a couple games and actually had to switch his number in the process from 21 to 16 because Jamal Williams, the running back for BYU, already was wearing 21. So I watched so much film on this guy yesterday because there's so many BYU games out there for some reason. And it's almost impossible to find him on the field at times because sometimes he's playing linebacker wearing 21. Sometimes he's playing defensive end wearing number 21. Sometimes he's wearing number 16 and playing linebacker. Sometimes he's playing running back. So you really have to be like, okay, that's the guy, because there's also a 31 on their defense who looks pretty similar to him. It was a headache, but I like him. I like him as a player. I think part of the reason why he did go undrafted is because he did move around so much and that you didn't get that full season.
I had heard that Belichick was interested in this player if he had.
He's been linked to the Patriots for a while.
Yeah, if he had entered the draft last year, which that was going to be why I asked why then did they not draft him when they had the chance this year? They took the risk of.
Yeah,
signing
it's
him
something
undrafted.
we
Sorry
were
to
talking.
interrupt you.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
No, we were talking about this yesterday.
It
is a little interesting that if they like this guy so much and they snatched him up as soon as the draft ended, I mean, there's a chance that somebody, I mean, their final pick was what, 211?
Yeah.
There were 50 plus picks after that, or 40 plus picks after that rather. There's a chance that someone could just take a 7th round flyer and be like, oh, the Patriots are interested in this guy. He must be something. We'll snatch him up with a 7th round pick. Yeah. There's a chance that could have happened, and it's kind of interesting that the Patriots would wait and then end up paying him even more than they would have if he was a 7th round pick. So it's. What do you think on that?
I think part of it is that an offensive tackle is much more difficult to find in the draft, and those players are going to be overdrafted compared to a linebacker who played 3 different positions during his senior season. So because offensive tackles are so hard to find, because offensive tackles are so important, and because you might eventually need that replacement for Nate Solder, taking Connor McDermott and trading up for him to get that athlete, to get that body type on your roster is probably more important than it is to get Langi, even though I think that he has a much better chance to contribute in 2017 and maybe even 2018